Okay, it's 5:01. Hi and welcome. You're watching another 24/7 TBC live broadcast on what is abundance. My name is Paul, and this is episode 82, and today's date is July 3rd, 2018. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is what is TBC? TBC stands for the Billion Coin. It's a cryptocurrency, came out 2 years ago. Our cryptocurrency was designed to be different than Bitcoin and all the coins that came after it, because they ended up being on a trading market, which is just like the stock market. And it allows the wealthy, the already wealthy people of the world, to come in to the market and purchase what they want. For instance, if we're talking about the cryptocurrencies, then they could buy all the Bitcoin they wanted to. Nothing could stop them from buying the Bitcoin. Okay, it's all decentralized. Nobody's in control. They can purchase it. It raises the price up when it's purchased like that. And as the price goes up, the masses of the people get excited. They want to purchase it because as it's going up, they can make a percentage on their investment. So if they buy $100 worth and it goes up to $140, then they can sell it and make $40 profit. Okay, that's just a small example, but you understand what I'm saying. That's how the markets work. It's the same with stock markets, right? The only reason you invest is because you are supposed to get an increase in your investment over a period of time. But it doesn't always work that way. And since it is controlled and manipulated by the central bankers, because it's their system, they created Wall Street, they created the stock market, they created the commodities market, and they are definitely going to end up running and controlling the coin market cap. So they pull those pump and dumps, okay, all the time. And we have seen it in the stock market. We have seen it in the crashes. We saw it in 2000. We saw it in 2008. And it has never recovered because of the fact that the central banking system called the Fed, Federal Reserve Bank, which is a private bank, has nothing to do with the government, they managed to take the gold or America or the cash system completely off of the gold standard back in 1971. And since then, it's just been pure fiat currency. It's no longer money. It hasn't been money since 1971. We're just using fiat currency. It's not backed by anything. There's no proof of work, POW. There's no supply and demand. They just keep making it as we go along and keep putting us in debt. And America has become a super indebted nation. $70 trillion in debt the American people are in, including our government, which is around 22 billion just by themselves, to this private bank. And of course, that's unconstitutional, and there's a whole story behind it. But anyway, point is, we didn't want to create a coin just because we wanted to make some money and throw it on the market and, double our money. We have a mission with our TBC, the Billion Coin. And that mission is to eliminate global financial poverty. Eliminate hunger, eliminate poverty, and all the horrors that go with it. Okay, so we need to have a small amount of control over how we distribute our coin, our wealth. Okay, so we created 1 billion coins. There'll never be more than 1 billion. There's your supply and demand. It's a perfect amount. A lot of thought from some very smart individuals went into this. An example would be Bitcoin. They started out, well, they're going to only mine 21 million coins. 17 million have already been mined, and they just kind of have this system where they're going to mine the rest, the other 5 million, 4 million left over a long period of time. But the point is 21 million is not enough to be a solution to world poverty, to eliminate world poverty. But it was a perfect amount when you think about it for Satoshi Nakamoto, who created the blockchain technology, to start out with a coin like that and give it a chance to take hold and see its value go up as fast as possible, so people would realize, hey, this is real money. And so in that sense, it was real good. And also the fact that it ended up being traded on an exchange also helped increase its price and create more popularity among that coin and other coins that were following in Bitcoin's steps, using that same blockchain 1.0 technology or platform that he had created the cryptocurrency on. Blockchain technology can be used for all kinds of things, right? So anyway, the point is, by 2016, which was when our coin finally came out, we had a mission that we were going to achieve and we are going to achieve, and that is, or it requires a certain amount of centralization, meaning control. So how do we control? We can't control the blockchain. It's decentralized, period, right? But we can control the wallet. Okay, so an example would be, you know how there's so many wallets out there, so many companies that are offering wallets to hold your crypto coins in. It's like a bank account. You know, there's all kinds of banks, right? You don't have to go to just one bank to get an account. There's banks on every corner. Choose a bank, go in there, get a bank account. So that's the way it is with the wallet systems with the cryptocurrency, okay? And they stay in business because they charge a fee. You know, that's what they do. They charge a fee every time you transact and it goes through their wallet system. They charge a fee. And I believe the miners charge a fee also to actually do the work and create the block through these transactions. Okay, so we saw them slow down in their transactions ability last year, Bitcoin. They had to, what they call, create a fork and a new coin called Bitcoin Cash. And what that did was it raised the transaction amounts per second from 7 to 130. So that was a huge, huge benefit for Bitcoin last August. Okay, to raise the speed of transactions from 7 a second to 130 seconds was really cool. And it saved them and put everything back into balance. But technology has continued to grow over the last complete 9 years. And blockchains are being created that are going faster and faster and faster. Okay, so we have just created a brand new 2.0 blockchain platform with speeds that are currently going 2,000 to 3,000 per second. Okay, it's even faster than Ripple, and Ripple isn't even on a blockchain. They're open source and they're a banking coin. So it was the banking industry, the central bankers that said, whoa, you know, if people end up starting to use cryptocurrency and not our money, we're going to lose control of the people. And they've had control of the American people since 1913. Okay, straight. They've definitely had control over people for centuries and millennium. But they have a lot of patience, and they take their time, and they get the job done. And the central bankers, as you can see, by just looking at the news, especially right now, are in a world of trouble all over the world because the people are just fed up. They've reached a point where they're not only continuing to live in poverty and wondering why when, I have a cell phone in my hand, but I wake up and all I see is poverty all around me. These people in these developing countries, they have a cell phone. They know there's technology that's amazing out there, but they look around their country and it's like, what? And they look on their phone and they see all the cities in the developed countries like America and Britain and Australia and New Zealand and Canada. Why is our country not look like this? What's wrong with this picture? So it's not funny. It's sickening. And so they're waking up and they're saying, you know what? We just got to learn what this technology is, and maybe there's something we could do, and that's exactly what they did. And they realize now that because of blockchain technology and because of cryptocurrency being created, that they can get money back into their own hands, and they can change their whole lives. They can change the countries, change the politicians, change the governments. They can eliminate poverty. But the coins have to be in their control. If they're on a market, they're not in their control. So what coin out there is not on a market? There's just one, the Billion coin. There'll be another one next year. Okay, it's coming out. But ours is the first. We've been out for 2 years, and we're getting the job done. And there's nothing stopping us. So people in the world right now, what you see is the central bankers panicking. They've lost control, most control over Russia because Russia has backed their ruble by gold. They have and are losing control of China because China is backing their yuan by gold, their own gold in their own country. Venezuela is doing it down there in South America. They are not only backing their money, but guess what? Their money is in the form of a cryptocurrency. Okay? They call it the petro coin because they were going to back it by all that oil that they're sitting on. But the central bankers have put sanctions on that country so they can't sell their oil. And so the people have been starving to death down in Venezuela. So the government said, okay, well, we're going to make this cryptocurrency. And you guys hopefully, use it. We're going to back it with oil that has value. And of course, the people said, yeah, but we can't sell the oil. Well, we can sell a little bit. Yeah, but is that really going to be enough? So the government said, okay, we do have our gold back. So let's just back it with our gold. Okay, so now Venezuela's cryptocurrency is backed by gold. So the people are using it. And you're seeing massive changes in Venezuela. Sanctions on their oil is still there by the central banking system. They're not going to give up. They don't go down without a humongous fight, and they're not going to. They want to still strangle anybody that goes up against them. But now Venezuela has found a way to go around those sanctions, okay, until the central bankers drop dead, which is what they've been doing. And that's why there's been so much problems in Venezuela. But now Venezuela's economy is changing. The Palestinians are looking, in fact, all the countries are looking at what's going on in Venezuela and seeing, wow, it's working. And if they can do it, we can do it. We don't have to be, there's not a single country out there that needs to be oppressed and enslaved anymore, including America. You don't think we're enslaved here in America? Why? Because we have cars and homes and, beautiful things when we get up and look at it, and go outside and drive around and see wonderful things and expensive cars and expensive homes and golf courses and stadiums and everything else. Well, how come these developing countries are still developing? What's wrong with this picture? Why is it that we go in downtown in our metropolitan areas? I'm here in Las Vegas. You see it when I go downtown. Okay, it's right on the outskirts of downtown. Okay? Yeah, they'll keep them off the strip to a certain point. Okay, but it's right there. It's right there in North Las Vegas. The tents are on both sides of the street, just like you see in Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, or downtown Orange County. Anywhere in Orange County, you'll see them. In California, I've seen them. Okay, so there's poverty, there's problems, and all the things that go with poverty are out there, not just in these developing countries, but in what's called first world countries. And if you don't really know what the difference is between first, second, and third world countries, it's basically just a term that they came up with when the Cold War started. And the first world countries were basically NATO, and the second world countries were basically the opposite, the Eastern Bloc, right? Russia, East Germany, all China, all these countries that were socialist and communist were second world countries. And then the third world countries were seriously poor developing countries. And so, but that's over the time, and since the Cold War has disappeared, people use that term as, okay, first world is really the countries that are the most developed. Okay, like there's about 6 or 7 of us. And then there's the ones that are not quite as developed as us. So we'll call them second world. And then those still developing countries where people are living in huts and tents, those would be third world countries. Okay, it's a bunch of BS. It shouldn't be. And the reason it is this way is because the central bankers have control of the world, but they're losing it now because of technology for the first time. The internet started it back in 1990. Okay. And we saw it grow and grow and grow. And look where we are now. Now for 9 years, we have blockchain technology. It's not going away. It cannot be stopped. The central bankers can do nothing but try to hold on to the narrative, because when their system crashes, they're going to try to point a finger at, well, here in America, they're going to point it at the Patriots and Donald Trump. Okay. Or they're already pointing the finger at Russia. Oh, Russia's our enemy. China's our enemy. Because they've told the central bankers to drop dead, and they're in the process of doing that. Venezuela is a horrible country. Okay. But yeah, they're a socialist country, right? So they've got their problems, but who did all the killing and the slaughtering and the starving of those people? The central bankers did. Okay? The Federal Reserve, the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements in Switzerland, the head of the central banking system. The Rothschilds family and the Rockefellers and all those individuals that belong to these central bankers, they're the ones that have done it. They're the most evil group of people that we have ever seen on this planet. And they've been around for centuries in one form or another, whether they're kings and queens and monarchies or whatever, empires. It's these few people that get the power and the money and the wealth, and then the rest of us are peasants. And even though over time things have looked better and America was created to get away from that system in England and come over and create freedom, and this is what we're celebrating tomorrow, July 4th, is American independence. Well, we're not independent anymore. We haven't been since 1913. But We're getting our independence back. But it's not going to be easy. But we've been planning it a long time because the blockchain technology has been around for 9 years. And we know what it's capable of doing. We know it's capable of bringing the power back into the people's hands. And when Trump came into office with that Make America Great Again, it's really making America great. We cannot make America great, though, unless we make the entire world great. It's common sense and logic. So that's what we're doing. And the central bank system is panicking. You can see it in the news right now. Oh, you know, it looks like we're just going to have a crash by 2020. You know, right when the next election for president is going to be, right? Looks like we're going to have it about 2020. You know, I could have sworn like 2 months ago they were saying the economy was so good, it's going to be great for the next 10 years. But see, Trump and the Patriots are on a timeline. They got to get things done fast, and we're moving quick. And the reason I talk about all these things that have to do with politics is because money and politics go hand in hand. Can't have one without the other. The people, according to the Constitution of the United States, are supposed to have our own money in our own hands. We are the only ones to create our money, and we're not creating our money. We haven't since 1913, when we turned our money over to a private bank who turns around, makes the money, and lends it to us, lends it to the government, and then charges them interest. And then the government has to do another unconstitutional thing and create income tax for the American people. Okay, so what is abundance? Abundance is obviously the opposite of scarcity. And when you really think about how we have been raised with a scarcity mindset, there's not enough for you guys. So you better go out and try to get what you can. Take it from somebody, get yours. It's a dog-eat-dog world. All these things is what we've been raised with. Okay, even our parents were raised that way. But it was worse in my generation. And now it's even worse. The generations that are coming up right now, they're just lost. 100% lost. They have no clue what to do. They're just like sheep, following anything and everything that they see on their tablets and on TV and whatever Hollywood's putting out and whatever the corporate controlled media is putting out. Okay, so the opposite of scarcity is abundance, and our coin, our cryptocurrency, is the only abundance-based coin in the world right now. Like I said, there's another one coming out a year from now. The reason why it's an abundance-based coin is because our coin is not on the market, so therefore our coin is built on an algorithm that increases the value of our coin based on you and I, people. When people join our community, and we really do have an amazing community, it raises the value of our coin. Every person raises the value of our coin by 1 grain of gold. Okay? So if 100 people join in the next hour, which they are, well, they will, it's going to raise the price of our coin, just one coin, by 100 grains of gold. A grain of gold is the smallest measurement of gold. Okay, it's smaller than a gram. Right now, with the price of gold being at what it is, a grain of gold is about $2.80. Okay, so it raises the value of our coin, every person that joins, by $2.80. So yes, we do have the most expensive coin. Our coin is worth over $8 million for one coin. And when the algorithm tops out with 1 billion people, that's where the algorithm stops. Our first billion people, the algorithm stops increasing the value of the coin. Okay, it will never go higher, and it will never go lower. Okay, and it will be based on the value of gold. So obviously at that point, a billion people, if the price of gold stays the same in 2 or 3 years when we get to our first billion, as it is today, each coin will be worth $2.8 billion. So all you would need is one coin, and you'd be a multi-billionaire. And our first goal as a community is to create 1 million billionaires, okay, and multi-billionaires. And when we're done with that, then we're going to create 1 billion multimillionaires. And then we're done. And then we're going to take those wallets and decentralize them, because there's no point in controlling the wallets anymore. We control the wallets so that we can spread out the wealth of our coin evenly as possible. Okay, which is amazing. Take my word. Over the entire world. Okay, we don't let the rich come in and buy what they want. They can't. They just can't do it. So this is a coin of the people, and we're trying to get the word out to you that this is the coin you want to have. In fact, you need it so bad that we're going to give it to you. We're not even going to charge you for it. We're going to give it to you. Okay? So we call admin Kris Kringle because he's Santa Claus. He's giving the gift out. Every single human being, whether they're a day-old baby or the oldest person in the world, can sign up for free on our registration page. The information is down below in the video description. Shows you the directions on how to do it. It's very, very simple. You just need a name, a real email address, because in the beginning you will get 2 emails. You'll need to go in, open them up, click on the hyperlink confirmation links. One will create your wallet. The other one will create your back office for Kringle Cash. A division of our coin is called Kringles. Like a division of Bitcoin is called Satoshi. Okay, a cryptocurrency can be divided by 100 million. Unlike a dollar, which can be divided by 100 pennies only. 100 is all you can divide a dollar by. Okay, and cryptocurrencies, because it's digital, it can be divided by 100 million. It could have been divided by more if you wanted to, but it gets ridiculous. But anyway. So you get a back office called Kringle Cash, and you can watch everything and learn everything and have control and actually turn around and give that gift away to others. Now, the gift doesn't come from you and I. It comes from admin, the creators of our coin. He's got the coins, and he's giving them away free. Okay, because if we did it with our coins that we have purchased, it would discount the price of that coin. It would destroy the coin. We have to sell it for the exact price that it is every single day. And every single day that price goes up, because 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, however many people are joining every day, raises the value of the coin significantly overall. But then you've got, like I said, a division of 100 million in Kringles. So the admin is giving this gift away. What's the gift worth today? Well, it's been worth different since he started doing it over a year ago. But today, he's giving away 25,000 Kringles to anybody. And 25,000 Kringles today is a little over $2,100. So $2,100 is what it's worth. Yeah. So is there a charge? There's a $10 a year charge for your back office, okay? That keeps you a member of this community. Because if you're not an active member, then you're not going to help the community. You're not going to be helping our economy to grow, okay? Because that back office will show you how to introduce the coin to other people, your family, your loved ones, your friends. It will show you how to do that, and you'll even have your own link or URL to give to them so they can sign up and be connected to you. And then they can come to you and say, hey, I do have a question. And you can direct them immediately to the answer by just a push of a button from that back office, because they may not be aware of all the information that's available. Plus, we have a blog system since we started this coin, where the admin stays in contact with us every day. Okay, you don't see that with any other cryptocurrency. So, yeah, that $10 is once a year. It also includes a lifetime wallet with no transaction fees ever. You don't see that out there in other cryptocurrencies, do you? No, you don't. We're not about trying to get our share of fiat currency. We don't want anything to do with fiat currency. We don't want anything to do with the central bankers' money. The whole purpose of the cryptocurrency, Satoshi Nakamoto coming out with it, was to get that control back into the people's hands. Unfortunately, he stepped back. He had to. It was a very good thing that he did, because it created faith among the owners and the independent miners that he wasn't going to come along and change the system. Oh, well, instead of 21 million coins, I think I'll make 42 million coins now. Well, that would have devalued the coin right there by half. It would have slaughtered people. Okay, so he knew what he was doing. Real smart guy. He stepped back, but in so doing, he created a limit to what that cryptocurrency could do. And all the other cryptocurrencies that have come afterwards have basically done the same thing, except for the Billion coin. And now there's another coin coming out next year. Totally and completely abundant. Based on an algorithm, it's not going to be on the trading exchange. Very, very smart individual who has got a huge company that's bringing out this coin. It's going to be successful. And the more that those type of coins come out, the greater it is for the entire population of this world. We are going to eliminate poverty, so start thinking abundantly, meaning start to realize the difference between living a life where you've been told there's lack of this, there's lack of that, and start to think, well, what if everything was abundant? It's hard to first grasp. I know, because I've been grasping at it for a year now. Over a year, I've been involved with the Billion coin. And every day has been exciting, because I've been more moving towards abundant mindset and getting rid of that lack, that scarcity mindset. Because it was ingrained in my system since I was a child growing up. Mom, I want this. Dad, I want that for Christmas. We don't have enough money for that, but we can get you this. It's just like it. All right. You know how it is, right? I could come up with a zillion examples of how just us in America and just my own experiences have all been based on scarcity and lack. Okay. But there's people out there that are in a world of hurt because of it. And we can eliminate that financial poverty. We're not going to eliminate spiritual poverty. We're not going to eliminate hate. We're not going to eliminate crime, but we'll eliminate crime motivated by lack. If everybody's got money, what's the point of robbing people? Okay? If we just get rid of robbery, we've made a humongous change in the world right there. But start thinking about things like this, because it's coming, and we want you to be a part of it. We want you to join our community, the Billion Coin. Okay, the information to get started is below this video in the description box. Okay, and we will take your hand and we will guide you to whatever it is you want. Whether you just want that gift, you want to turn that $10 fee into $2,100 just like that, okay, that's fine. But we're hoping that you'll go a little bit further and introduce it to your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, okay, your uncles, your aunts, all your best friends. Did that make sense? We hope that you do that, and we'll help you to do that, okay? And we'll show you how to get full coins into your hands even for free if you'll just do that. Tell other people and have them come into our community. The admin will give you rewards called cookie rewards that you'll be able to redeem for the same value of Kringles, real coins, during a redemption month. We have them every 5 months. We just got done with our last one in May. Our next one starts on November 1st and goes for the whole month of November. So no matter what cookies you get into your back office, you can build those cookies up. And then when November 1st comes, there's going to be a little green button shows up in your back office called Redeem. You just click on that button and all those cookies will be turned into real crinkles and you'll see them in your wallet and you'll be able to spend them right then. Okay? We are not trying to make Federal Reserve notes, euros, or any cash system that's just currency. We are creating our own economy for people to use Kringles. Just like there's a small economy with Bitcoin, you can go to some stores and some places and actually purchase things using your phone with a QR code on it with Bitcoin, right? But it's a small community. There's only about 12 million people using Bitcoin worldwide, okay? We've got, in 2 years, we've grown to over 3.2 million members. And that was when we had a real slow year last year because we were doing so many peer-to-peer transactions among ourselves, buying and selling things with Kringles, that it slowed the system down. But our admin, our creators were already aware that that was going to happen and had already started to build a 2.0. It's built, it's perfect, it's wonderful, and we're migrating right now. We'll be done at the end of this month. All 3.2 million people over to the new blockchain platform with those speeds, like I said, at 2,000 to 3,000 per second. So yes, merchants, retailers, service providers are going to want to take and accept Kringles as money because not only is it real money, but it goes up in value. It never goes down, which is all you've ever seen with the US dollar. Because I don't think there's anybody that's alive anymore that was alive before 1913. But maybe there is. I don't know. I don't think so, though. Okay? So we've all experienced what it's like to see the devaluation of our money and see inflation in our lifetimes. And we're seeing it, and as the system gets ready to crash again, because it has to, you're going to see massive inflation for a while. Okay? Massive. And then the new cash system will be put into place. And Trump and Patriots will bring out this new cash system, and it will be backed by gold. At least, that's not written in stone, but that's the only logic that I can see for them to value it. unless there's something else they use, like a cryptocurrency, like Venezuela is doing. Venezuela even had to take a, go as far as to even back their cryptocurrency by gold. I don't know if the petro coin is actually on a blockchain in Venezuela, or if it's more of an open source like Ripple. But the point is, we will see a new cash system. And if the media, who is owned by the central bankers, is talking about 2020, then it's going to happen before that, because Trump and the Patriots have to keep the narrative. We have to show the world who the central bankers are. We have to audit that banking system and show the world what they've been doing. People don't know. It's never been audited. It's a private bank that's never been audited because of the power they've had. Okay, but they don't have it under Trump and Patriots. Okay, now it doesn't seem like it wouldn't make any sense for us to do it prior to this year's elections. But 2019, that's what makes sense to me. That way we can hang on to the narrative and we can show the world who the central bankers are and what they've been doing. And that'd be the end of them. Okay, so in spite of what countries do around the world with their money and their currencies, cryptocurrency stands by itself. No matter who makes it and who uses it, if it's cryptocurrency, it's real. And when you have an abundance-based cryptocurrency like the Billion coin that can end up bringing complete and total abundance to the entire world, with just 1 billion coins, where there's going to be so much kringles left among our billion members, that we will be able to supply complete and total abundance to the rest of the 6.6 billion people on this earth. No one will be without. No one will ever go hungry again. No one will ever go thirsty again. Okay? No one will ever go without power. Electricity is free. Okay? Start realizing these things, because they're all facts. That is the reality. We have been living under an illusion. We need to get the word out. We need you. We need you so bad it hurts. If we the people who have all the power will just unite behind something like the Billion coin, by just participating, by just signing up and receiving that free gift and then telling a few others, then it's done. We've taken back our country in America. We've taken back our world. We, the people, can do anything we want. We'll be back to owning our politicians, back to owning our government, which is what the Constitution is all about. We will be able to do anything we want, have anything we want when it comes to material things. If you're okay with that, if you're okay with everybody being wealthy, you don't have a problem with that. We want you. We're just looking for 1 billion people. Okay? All right. I'm going to go here and take a look at anybody's here and say hi. Take a look at anybody's here and say hi. Hey, TBC Dr. Joe Stevens. Serene's. Is that Serena? Hello. Romeo, how's it going? Stephen Cuffey, you guys are the best. Thanks again for listening. I know that, I don't know if you guys saw yesterday's broadcast with Randy. I believe it was episode number 80. It was incredible. Yeah, in fact, I think it's on the blog today. So if you haven't watched that, I highly recommend you guys watch that. It's really all about the people. And that's what I'm trying to stress today in my video, my live broadcast, is we need to get people involved. We need to step it up. And that's what we're doing with these live videos. Okay, 24/7 live videos. And make sure you guys got all the information, as always, in your description. And let's help each other. Help those who are not doing broadcasts to do broadcasts. Let's do whatever we can. Romeo, you're working on this fantastic toolbox. I'm looking forward so much to that. And because I was thinking I needed to do it. And now I was thinking, I'm just not that good at that kind of stuff. And I know there's somebody better out there that can do it. So looking forward to everything you guys consistently do, because we are all in this together. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. What is today? Today's Taco Tuesday. All right. And tomorrow is, here in America, the 4th of July. That's when we celebrate our Independence Day. And it's going to mean a little bit more to me than it did last year. It really, really is. Okay, last year was pretty amazing. I had a different feeling in me. But this year, it's just so much more. And looking forward to tomorrow. Okay, so will I be on tomorrow? I think I will. I mean, 5 o'clock's early. Fireworks in Nevada don't get started till 9, a little after 9, 9:15 maybe. In fact, we already started this last weekend. Caesars and what was the other one? There was one downtown off Fremont. 2 hotels got together on Saturday night and just went crazy with the fireworks. But then the whole strip, I think, is going to light up tonight. That's what it usually happens. Okay, but yeah, if in fact, I went ahead and scheduled for tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So I should be here, even if I just keep it to a half hour tomorrow. But I'm going to want to say something. Okay, thanks, guys, for watching. I love you all. Let's keep this up, keep this going. We're strong. We're getting stronger every day. This is real. And I'm so excited because I see what's going on. And I see us getting the job done. And God willing, he's going to keep me alive just long enough to see it. That's all I want, is to see the elimination of poverty in this world. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, evening, morning, day, wherever you're at.